So, our first game of today. XiaoKK versus Blade. A best of 3. It is Moldova? Against China. And right on time, who Ayus is subscribing for the first time. Thank you very much, man. And welcome. So this is still the strong Blade Master, not suffering from the 2 agility loss, which will be the case in 1.30. However, still not going for this camp first. Going for the smaller, rather, to begin with. Whoops. Alright, I have to do this. Boom. Bam. Shikuchi. Alright, and now we really should be ready to go. I discovered today, by the way, that in the Netty settings, you can decide to zoom out of the game. Like, zoom further in. You know, the field of view that your camera is going to have. You think we should experiment with this? Of course, we're not going to zoom in closer. But should we try to zoom in a little bit further out? You can zoom out really, really far. I tested it earlier. It looks kind of crazy. Of course, when the PTR first came around, they changed the camera distance a little bit so you could see more, which was interesting. I didn't really have a chance to decide if it was better or worse. So, we could actually ourselves decide to experiment with this. How do you feel about this, guys? Should we zoom out a little bit more? This is Kika, by the way, as you can see from Kika Love. She is like the woman who's kind of the player manager. So when the tournaments roll around, she's always the person to talk to address when, you know, anything's going on, honestly. She's in charge of, yeah, player interaction, basically. And also casters. And she's really nice. Level 2 here for the Blade Master. Lines up perfectly. Little green camp in the Ogre Magi, and boom! Unfortunately, bad item for him. Let's take a look at the text here. Should be pretty even between the... Whoa! XiaoKK is a lot faster. It's a 1-burrow tech, of course. But normally this shouldn't be so much further ahead. Perhaps a bit of mismanagement on Lumber on Blade's side. Seems like she wants Czech to play professionally once again. But of course we know he is father of a young girl. Must have busy days, so can't invest too much time into Warcraft anymore, it seems. Archmage didn't get level 3. This is what the early game is all about. Whether he can reach his level 3 for the level 2 water elementals. Depends on the map oftentimes if you will be able to do this. Turtle Rock, a pretty hard map to do it on. The prime reason why this is a good orc map. That has not been vetoed. Someone's buzzing somebody into our apartment. Did you hear? Did you hear the buzzer? Alright, second Ogre Magi here to be grabbed up for the Blade, hoping for a better item this time around. Is it Alchemist? Oh, Alchemist. I've seen this footy Alchemist push before with heal spray. Can be really dangerous. 6 footman as well. Blade Master, what did he get? Claws, right? Yeah, Claws +9. That's really good. Oh, trying for the surround. Gets it. Almost opens it up again. Is this level 3? No, it's not. So the grunt dies, but the burrows are safe for now, which is pretty good. For the tier 2 buildings. He's too late to cancel any of those. And he got the 1 grunt, but other than that, not too much accomplished yet. Skull Point should be heal spray here. Acid Bomb also could be pretty good. But so far, not revealed. In the main base, double... Sanctum's coming up. There is a lumber mill here. This doesn't have to mean tower rush, though. This can just be for possibly a guard tower later on. And actually, Blade decides to leave the orcish base. Looks a little indecisive if you ask me what Blade's doing here. Moving back and forth quite a bit. Alchemist heal spray is going to get nerfed again a little with patch 1.30. And again, this is 1.29, my dear friends. I guess I should put that up there in the text thingy. And by the way, yes, production value here still isn't the greatest. Oh! Hacked on the Archmage, he might just die. Heal spray is gonna save his life! Oh no, he wasn't fast enough with the TP! He could have possibly used it. Maybe ping came into play there, of course. He is, with a ping disadvantage, quite the massive one. Playing from Moldova. And now with the AM dead, Alchemist next on the list. But with a heal spray, he is healing up here fairly nicely. Slow is coming out from the Sorceress. But it's not good enough. Uh-oh. Both heroes dead, level 2 for the SH. With Hex he can find further kills. Perhaps even without. Not gonna use the Hex, a bit of a missed opportunity here. Oh, there we go. Footy gets turned into a piglet. And will meet his end here. Gives level 3 to the Blade as well. And now the player Blade is in deep, deep shit. To say it frankly. Undead is strong in 1.30. What are you talking about? Oh yes, are we gonna have balanced discussions in chat? Glorious. Guys, can we please refrain from balanced discussion? It's way too early to speculate. We don't even have it on Netties yet. We have it on Battle.net, yeah. But we only have like 4 good players. 4 really good players on Battle.net. There's Foggy, there's Happy, there's Hawk, and there's Sonic. That's the only really good ones. Yes, there's Todd, who's also pretty good, but he's certainly not on the same level. So can we please hold off on the balance wine for a while? It has to come on Netties, and it has to be tested there, and then we can seriously talk about it. And of course, the next question is going to be, well, when is it coming to Netties? When is it coming, Remo? We don't know. We don't know. The engineers are working furiously on getting it to work, but it's not as easy. You can't just log into Battle.net and then you start your Netties and then boom, there we go. You have to manually integrate it into the platform. How that works, I don't know, but apparently it's not that easy. Orc most underpowered? Well, that's a bold statement. Blade Master's gonna find some nice exit kills here on the peasants. But the heroes are back. He can continue to creep. He finally got level 3 on the AM. Issue is, though, SH also level 3. And oh, look at these items. Holy shit. He's got the Warsong Battle Drums. He's got the Greater Mana. Blade Master's got a pretty good inventory as well. And now the shop in the front. Always a liability. The reason why a lot of humans started building it behind the farm wall. But that's not possible on every map. Depends on how much space you get in the back. And of course you need that shop pretty early. When you go for the lumber mill, that makes finding a spot a lot more difficult. Of course now Blade is going to be forced to respond here. As his main building, his keep is in trouble. TP should be coming somewhere here. Whoa! He goes outside the main. I hope he has invuls. He's got 1 on the Alchemist, none on his Archmage, however. Kodo Beast moving forward. Nice snatch. Gets the Spellbreaker, of which there's very few only, so he can't steal all of the Spirit Link. Militia are falling, but there's no really sturdy front line, so actually, Blade is finding a pretty decent comeback here into this fight. If he gets the Kodo, that's a massive kill. Where's the Greater Mana? Why is he not using the heal? What the hell? Instead, there's healing from the Alchemist. He's getting focused now. There is an invul. He's going to have to trigger it in a moment before the Hex ideally does it. Survives with this. Oh, nice double disenchants against the Water Elementals over here. Could have done perhaps a bit of a better job splitting them. And now the Water Elementals are dead. And now it looked decent for a moment there for Blade. He hits level 4 here, which is a nice help to get more mana on everything. Alchemist, he hits level 3 as well. He has a better heal spray now if he wants it. And the heal spray would be so good right here. Boom! Use it in all the footies. And the Alchemist as well. We have to take a look at the mana here for the SH. Once it's gone, he has to leave. Kodo Beast once again devoured a Spellbreaker, but I don't think it's getting away. And Blade is actually turning this around. After the 2 hero kills, I certainly thought this game was over, but no-oh. No-uh-uh. And the shop came up very far in the back. Wouldn't it have been better to pop it down here? Perhaps indeed it would have been. Shop now is in the back. He was in range here to get some clarities. Good cancel from the Blade Master side. Can't do that again though. Oh, is he really gonna do that? You don't have Windwalk, dude. This is very dangerous. Thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it, though. And how long are these footies surviving? Very long is the answer. And that's chiefly thanks to this Alchemist, who now has a TP as well. Gives it over to the Archmage, though, who, by the way, has a pretty nice inventory himself. Nice Peon Scout here. Sees Blade moving out as XiaoKK is continuing to creep. More mana for the SH. Throw speed, trying to get to the shop, trying to get Clary's double mana potion. Isn't that a little overkill? Well, better safe than sorry, I guess. Oh, doesn't want to walk this walker into the army after already having lost a raider. A bit of a misrally here. That's expensive. And now he only has one ensnare to work with, so hero kill certainly not an option for a while. And now I'd say it's looking pretty good for Blade, right? Can he creep this red camp here before being forced back to the main? Oh, he has to respond quickly or mass repair because the keep is low HP already and he's mass repairing. This is really expensive. He's disrupting his gold income, his gold mining, and he's taking the red camp at the same time. He gets the Warsong Battle Drums himself. Is gonna TP home. Far forward once again. Yep. That was a good attack by XiaoKK though. Forced the TP, not having to use such an item himself. Was very expensive for Blade, but he did get the red camp. And now is Alchemist in trouble again. He doesn't have invols! Oh, what a massive mistake. He did not bring invols, but actually, XiaoKK helped his opponent here, dispelling the water elemental, so that way the Alchemist could escape. But there was invisibility anyways, I guess. Now he comes out of Invis once again. But there's like, this is not an Orc army that's in fighting shape, it doesn't seem like. Hail Mary play going for the Archmage, and this might very well work. There is Invis, there is Heal Spray, Disenchant, way too late. And now his Walker's out of mana, and this is where you have to go for Speed Scroll and run the hell away. Buys the Speed Scroll, but he's not using it. There's no way he can stand in this fight any longer. What are you doing? Run! Hello. Dude. Speed Scroll, what are you doing? Well, he is trying to stay in this fight, but he just doesn't have any damage anymore. Blade Master can't engage because he's dead. Acid Bomb, too good, and that's the GG and the 1-0 for Blade. What a strong fight. What a strong comeback. Remember, he lost his heroes, both of them, in the early game. Still came back. Well done, well done. XiaoKK did make a few mistakes there. And Blade capitalized. So second map is gonna be the Orc's choice. And honestly, that was one of the best Orc maps, Turtle Rock. Which other ones could there be? I guess... never mind, I'm thinking about 1.30. Like, with the new Twisted, that should be pretty good for Orc now, right? Can you still creep the laboratory with the reduced militia duration? I think you still can, right? Well, we're gonna find that out over the next couple of weeks. Or maybe later on today with the Rust Brain Cup. That reminds me, I want to check if that is our last qualifier today. It is, right? Yeah. Today is the last chance to qualify. We already have Hawk, Focus, Lucifer, Foggy, Lolliot, Blade, and Sheik. And the 8th player is going to be determined later on today. I'm pretty surprised, I must say, that Blade takes the lead here. And, okay. This map makes sense. Ancient Isles, our next one. The Dread and nemesis, arch enemy of every human. Ancient Isles. Still in the map pool. I hope for not too much longer, but NetEase insists on keeping it in for whatever reason. And there we go. Oh, shit. Is the game crashing? Come on, dude. I got a new computer. There's no reason for the game to crash. Moment of truth. Okay, I think it's working. Thank goodness. Yeah, Neo is not here today, by the way. Unfortunately, he is out. He's at some festival today, I think. So it's gonna be all me. All day. Here we go. Map number 2. We've seen humans here on this map especially started to become creative. Go for Firelord tower pushes. Go for a super fast tech without a barracks. The Blade's playing it standard. And the reason why we saw so much creativity is because this is a very bad human map. Very, very bad. It's really bad against Orc. It's really bad against Night Elf. It's even bad against Undead. Although I think against Undead it's not as horrible. But all in all, it's pretty crap. So I wonder what Blade vetoed actually. Maybe I should ask him. The other reason this map is bad is, as with pretty much every reason for every map to be good or bad, it's about creeping, guys. It's all about creeping. As you may have noticed, heroes are pretty important in this game. And the only way they become really powerful is with levels. So creeping is what it's all about. You go for this camp first. That's pretty good. That's almost level 2. Then you kill something here. That's level 2. But then it gets really difficult. Where do you go? What do you creep? How do you get level 3? Getting level 3 is pretty much impossible if the Orc is playing it well. Until tier 2. And if you do try to go for level 3, here for example, that is very risky. Very, very risky. Blade Master coming in with Grunts and Scroll of Speed can destroy your early game. So once again, I have to ask, what did he veto? I feel like this really should be the veto. And I mean, he has 2 vetoes, because this is a best of 3. But, well, whatever. Thank you very much, Le Crestfallen. He's donating €5 and saying, Remo, what happened to you? Did you break some dude's heart again? Nope, haven't done that yet. I went trampoline jumping, and I landed on my face. And I was left with a couple of bruises. It looks worse than it is, though. Speaking of homosexuality, though, or bisexuality. Oh, the Blade Master gets the last hit here? Even without a Scroll of Speed? I don't think that's supposed to happen, right? So Blade kind of messed this creep up a little bit. He was too slow, I think. You're not really supposed to arrive there in time. Maybe didn't bring enough militia or whatever. Thank you very much to the Realtainment. 23 months. So sorry that you got hurt in jail. Thank you very much. 23 months. You almost got the 2 years, dude. Then you got our new sub icon. And also another new sub by Angel's Word for the first time. Thank you very much, man, and welcome. So let's take a look at the text. With this suboptimal creep, is the tech at least fast? Kind of. Not really, though. So this early game for Blade really didn't go well. But that doesn't stop him from being able to win games, apparently. As we just saw on Turtle Rock. Alright, getting back to bisexuality, though. Because Lecrest was suggesting that maybe I broke some guy's heart. No, I didn't. But, have you guys thought in the past about, you know, bi/homosexuality, more bisexuality, if I was able to choose, I would totally choose being bisexual. Isn't that by far the best? Isn't it unfair? Like, bisexual people are so lucky, they get to experience both sides, right? Whereas most of us experience only one side. So yeah, if I could choose, I would totally choose to be bisexual. But that's not how it works. And now I'm looking at chat and everybody who... I'm trying to figure out who's kind of like progressive and who of you are the homophobic people. Let's take a look. It seems to be a good mix. Decent blocks here against the Archmage. He is dropping low in HP, making a dive into the main on tier 2 more difficult. And making an Alchemist more enticing. Is this the second hero once again? That's the question. It's an Alchemist for XiaoKK. What? I've never seen Alch second for Orc before. I mean, he heals. Same as the S-Age, I guess. And he's damage amplification from the Acid Bomb. That's pretty good. As we can see here, Acid Bomb first. But it doesn't work against Breakers. Double Alch. There we go. Alchemist on both sides. Alright, but getting back to the more important issue of bisexuality. I wonder, or rather I predict, I think, that in a couple of years, when it's more socially acceptable, that guys are gonna start being like... What's it called? Alright, let's take a look at the last hit here. Can the blade get it? The human's being very patient here, but Blade Master still gets the last hit and the item. That's very important for him, actually, getting closer to level 2. Anyways, as you know, society keeps on progressing and keeps on becoming more liberal. That's at least the way it's going in Germany. It's gonna become more socially acceptable for young men to experiment sexually, you know, in the bisexual way. Much like for young women, it is very, very common and very socially accepted for them to, you know, try out lesbian experiences as well. And I think that that's gonna be more of a thing in the future for men. This Blade Master is stealing so many last hits, by the way. He got from level 1.5 to 2.5. He stole this Overseer, and he stole this one, and the Berserker here as well. So really, really good Blade Master usage from XiaoKK. Honestly, not the best counterplay against it from Blade, I have to say. Of course, if he had a Mountain King here, this would be much easier to deal with. But with the Alchemist, you don't have that Stormbolt, you don't really have the damage. And once again, ping might be a factor here as well. He finds the Book of the Dead and pops it immediately. Archmage, despite the healing, is still low HP. Oh, the Blade Master, he came out of Windwalk, and now he's just getting right-clicked. Oh my god, the Hellstone. How fortunate was this item? He could have lost the game right there. He's deciding to fight into a Book of the Dead. He doesn't have the spell yet, and he doesn't have the mana either. The upgrade should be coming in the main base right now, but he's fighting into a Book of the Dead, dude. What are you doing? He saw the low HP Archmage maybe and was getting greedy, was getting bloodthirsty perhaps, in true Orc fashion. But this was a bad engagement. He's gonna lose another grunt here. AM is with this very close now to level 3. That was a nice heal spray, but guess what? That was the last one, actually. He has mana potions here, mana items. The Militia flank coming in from the high ground, second scroll of speed. With this now he will disengage. On map number 1 he was a little slow to disengage. In fact, not disengaging at the last fight at all. And that lost the game for him. He's still at 50 supply though. I thought this was gonna go worse for him. And he should have disenchant now, right? Still not ready. Let's take a quick look here. Adept training is coming, but it's still not here, so the Book of the Dead is still helping him. Militia should be called from the main, but they are not coming. The Alchemist here, so that's quite a bit more healing, and there's very little damage now in this human army. All these last hits that he stole meaning that the Archmage is still level 2, really becoming a big factor here, and now this will have to be a TP from Blade to save his first hero. And this Alchemist is actually working out pretty well. Surprising me.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, this should finally be it. Level 3 Archmage achieved. My goodness, this took way too long though. Credit to XiaoKK, of course, for those really nice last hit steals. Exceptional Blade Master control, but again, could have been done a little bit better from Blade, to be honest. But okay. Game's certainly not over. Still, both players here with a decent chance to win this. Blade now nearing the 50 supply. Finally, he's gonna get breakers. Shop is way far out in front. Once again with the early lumber mill. But without a guard tower. The nice thing about the lumber mill here is you get way more lumber, obviously, with the peasant not having to walk that far. So you can use more militia. Kind of, I guess, maybe. Yeah, but the shop here is gonna die once again. Cue the breakers! Quick! Before your shop is gone! Cue them! Cue them! Do it, do it, do it, do it! There we go. Cue's one at least. And now the shop is gone. Archmage coming in with the rest of the army. Alchemist found a ring of protection. That's pretty good for him, actually. Militia flank. This is gonna last a very long time. The scroll of speed doesn't hit everything. The one raider that wasn't actually affected dies right there. And this grunt is holding his ground. Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. He pit his wits and will against nature's fury. Dude, when I was like 18 or whatever, I watched 300 so many times. It was by far my favorite movie. I had so many quotes that I was using all the time. And nobody ever got the references. Maybe some of you recognized those quotes here just a moment ago. So anyways, who's winning this fight? I don't know. Blade Master is getting up to level 4. That's certainly pretty good. The illusions here also doing a pretty good job tanking. Repositioning from Blade. And now there's no more Spirit Link. So there's going to be quite a bit more damage. Blade Master has to go into Windwalk. Shows himself quickly again. Oh, nice micro here on the source. Did you see that reaction time? That was pretty fast. Alchemist way far in front. He could be in danger here. Using his last heal spray. That is it. For both of these, actually. As we can see, the last heal spray here as well. So now, every bit of damage that is suffered is pretty much unrecoverable. Once again, militia coming out. There's barely any mining happening. With so many peasants grabbing the weapons instead of the pickaxes. Well, in the mine, they still have the pickaxes for whatever reason. I guess in the gold mine, they use them. 1 Kodo eat, 2 Kodo eat. Oh, and that's bad. 2 sources is missing now. And they don't have level 2 aura anyway, so the mana is low as it is. The slow is, yeah, hard to come by. And this looks like XiaoKK breaking through. He still has that 1 scroll of healing, by the way, which he can hold on to still. This damage is just non-existent. Ooh, Archmage. Has to be careful. Next water elemental is going to be important. He has it ready right now. Oh, this heal spray as well. Came in just in the nick of time. Alchemist thanking the ring of protection here. He's still tanking. He's still standing here. Shouldn't he reposition? Alright, there we go. Moves the water elemental away just barely in time. But with his Ensnare, I think this will be the death. And it is. And this is looking like the 1-1 right here. A bloody, bloody fight. Both players taking massive losses, but it's more losses for the human, and that's the GG. And the equalizer, as XiaoKK takes map number 2. 2 militia just killed a sorceress? Really? I didn't see that. Well, that's kind of expected. This is, of course, the orc map, and it went really bad for Blade. Starting off already badly by losing that one last hit on the Trapper or Ogre Warrior or whatever it was. And I think that was none other but the human's fault, actually. And then so many last hit steals. He was so low on experience. With an earlier level 3, that could have all been very different. When will 1-0 play the game from yesterday? That is not determined yet. I don't know. There hasn't been any information given so far. Map number 3. Coming up. And it's Amazonia. No surprise. That is usually the humans' counter pick. Either that or Twisted. What race do you main? Undead. I haven't played the new patch too much yet, but I'm kind of excited to try it out. Finally, it's on BattleNet, no longer on the PTR. And regarding my face, that happened when I was trampoline jumping. I was doing the backflips. I was practicing the backflips, and it took me a while to get them to work. And the first couple of tries, I landed on my face. And that's where the bruises are from. Today's a hot day again, once again, by the way, in Germany. We have 33 degrees, and I can feel it in here. It is very, very cozy. When are we going to get the first 1.30 tournament? Well, later today. We're going to have Rust Brain Cup qualifier number 5. The last qualifier. And that is going to be on the new patch. I'm pretty excited. Now, some of the top players will be missing because they're already qualified. But the second guard is also going to be showing their skills. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to start later after our W League First Division at 4, I think. That is in 2.5 hours. So, here we go. Map number 3, decision time. Honestly, I must say I'm pretty impressed with Blade. I thought he was going to have a tougher time today. Yes, he lost the last map, but just like on Turtle Rock, he fell behind. But then fashioned a pretty strong comeback, got into a decent position in the game again. He lost then in the end, yes, but it was close if you ask me. Could have gone another way with a few more experience points going his way earlier. That's the way I see it. Why are you using the China client? I assume what you're referring to is why is it the language here in Chinese? I actually had it in English, but then I updated Warcraft to the new patch 1.30, and that does not yet work with NetEase. So you have to manually download NetEase again, and that's 1.29 then. So yeah, at the moment I have 2 versions of Warcraft, and that manually downloaded second version, that one's in Chinese, and I haven't figured out how to change the language. I think there's a way, but I don't know how. But it doesn't matter too much. I mean, we know what these things are, right? That's a town hall. That's a farm. That's a barracks. That's a renegade wizard. That's a rogue. Right, let's do a little creep trivia game. So what are these called? This is Apprentice Wizard. Little shitty wizard. Here we have the Nightcrawler. What are the other 2 called? I think Tide Runner, right? Murloc Tide Runner, maybe?
A player's forces are under attack.
So this is another rogue. That's the 2 apprentices. Here we have the Forest Troll Berserker, Forest Troll Trappers. Right, yeah, this is the Nightcrawler. What are these guys called? I think it's Tide Runners, but I'm not 100% sure. This is Kobold Tunneler, Kobold Taskmaster. Over here we have the Sasquatch, the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and the other ones are just, I think, Forest Trolls. Then we have the Mud Golem, Rock Golem, Granite Golem, Enforcers. What are the guys with the spears called? Alright, let's take a look at the game here for once. As the Blade Master is coming in. Grunt did not die. But level 3 will still be achieved with the militia creeping simultaneously. Boom! And this is exactly why this is a human map. Because of level 3. Incredibly hard to prevent. Kind of impossible to prevent, actually. I am going for the boots now as well. He's going to have 2 water elementals to pop in the orc main if he wants to. Might be able to cancel something. Taking a look at the text. Once again, the orc ahead a little bit. No, the Murloc Huntsman? That's the guy with the end snare. It's Murloc Tide Runner. Alright, nice. What are these guys called with the spears here? Brigands? Does somebody know? The ranged guys, you know what I mean. Is the competitive scene not interested in 1.30? Yes, they are. The humans are a little bit upset, it seems like. But of course they're interested. But the thing is, it's not so easy to convert the entire platform of NetEase. It takes a little while. When exactly, we don't know yet. I've heard rumors that Masters Colosseum is still gonna be played on 1.29. But that's just rumors, I'm not sure. So, he's trying hard to get this Burrow kill. SH should be coming out in a moment. Still gonna be a little while. And he gets the Burrow killed. That's gonna be easier, by the way, in the future with more water elemental damage. Also has less health, but I think the damage is gonna help out in these situations. Heal potion forged as well. But now Blade needs to be really careful with his Archmage. Has to be aware of the fact that SH could be coming out any second, and now he will retreat. He's only lost 1 footman so far, I think. Blade Master's inventory really isn't the greatest. Another nice thing on AZ for humans. Really hard for the Blade to stack up on. Unless he gets very lucky and finds a bunch of slippers. So here's the SH. With the Hex now, he becomes quite a bit more dangerous. There's the Lodge. He does have the resources for a Bestiary. He's not gonna die, right? Oh, he was baiting it! But he can't really commit too much with the Blade Master. There's a Dust. AM has to run. Reveals him here. Drops something on the ground. Scroll of Speed, perhaps. What's he doing? Ooh! MK coming in. Stormbolt, who's gonna die first? It may very well be the Blade Master. Has to be careful. He's still revealed. He's chasing after him. He's trying to fog him around the trees. And he is gonna get away. That was very close, though. AM once again hexed. Once again getting focused. Is he gonna have the time for the healing potion? Yes, he is! And now, such a hard commitment for this Archmage kill. It didn't work. MK is here. He's got the Stormbolt. Can he get the bolts around on the SH? Trying to counter surround. And that should work out. Is he still stuck? Oh, he's still stuck! He's trying to... Oh, he's not stuck. Stormbolt doesn't get him. He's out of range. Blade Master trying to get this kill. Heal potion number 2 forced. There's still 1 Stormbolt here. Would love to get the blade, of course. Oh, and now these grunts are stuck in a bad position. He's waiting for the Zeppelin. It's ready in a couple of seconds upon daytime. 3, 2, 1, and here it is. Has to buy it. Kind of surprised that maybe Blade tried to buy it but didn't get it. And Zeppelin saves most of his army there. But it was 1 grunt lost, and that's still 240 gold. And no experience for the SH, guys. That's like so important. You need to level this hero. MK at the same time didn't get not too much experience anyways. But that's not as important as the SH. You need the level 2 heal wave. You need it, need it, need it. Might be dropping the base here, interestingly. He does have one hex again in a second. But that's just one priest kill. That is 20 experience. You need more experience, bro. Where's Blade? He's creeping up, man. Creeping up and creeping up. He's gonna steal the invul from his opponent's shop as well. Gonna get closer to level 2 MK. Closer to level 4 Archmage. This is annoying, though. Dropping into the main. But the militia should be able to deal with this pretty much by themselves. Because the Blade is only level 2 and he doesn't have heal wave to back him up. He is gonna get the shop. Is he gonna queue some breakers here before it dies? Nope. Instead, there's an attack into the main. Oh, shit. He doesn't have a TP. He doesn't have a scroll of speed. XiaoKK is getting outmaneuvered this game. Ugh. And it's looking really bad for him now. It is looking real bad. What's your opinion on 1.30? I do not want to speculate. I think it's too early to tell. We have to see more games. And speculating and whining is kind of childish. I want to wait and see. The one thing that does seem a little concerning is that, well, Orc's the only one who hasn't really been nerfed. Blade Master, yes, but nothing else. But we'll see how it works out again. I do not want to make any predictions. I think it's silly to speculate that early when we haven't seen any games yet. And I already have played quite a few PTR games. But certainly not enough. Finally the SH is trying to creep, but everything's gone already. This has been taken out by Blade earlier. And of course, he's supply stuck now. He is remaking the burrows. After he makes these two, he's still supply stuck. Buddy, you need to make another. Another one, please. So many Wands of Illusion as well. Could be a big help in the next upcoming battle. Archmage is gonna creep his way to level 4 here. And level 3 for the MK as well. This is a big camp for Blade. Item. Worthless. Well, worth 200 gold, I mean. So, that's pretty good, at least. He gives it over to the Archmage. That's very weird. So, it does have very, very little value. It does have some value. It decreases the damage from Spirit Walkers, but that usually... Oh, Zeppelin almost dies to the creeps. Usually shouldn't be, yeah, making any difference. Blade already in upkeep, 56 supply against only 41. XiaoKK still supply stuck. This burrow, these two were way too late. And now every unit he loses, he cannot reproduce for quite a while. Kodo's coming in. He needs a good Devour here. Once again, the militia flank coming from the other side. That's pretty cool. Has to get out of here with a scroll of speed. Oh, the Stormbolt hits though. And this stuns the SH. He's stuck in a corner. Where's the Zeppelin? He doesn't have it. It's over here. It's not in time. And the SH to the next Stormbolt. He will fall. And that is it. GG. And the 2-1 victory for Blade.